Good evening, folks. I want to talk about commitments tonight. Life wouldn't be much without commitments. And there's commitments that I have to myself, and there's commitments I have to other people. And there are commitments that God in the Bible has given to us. And those are beautiful commitments, and I encourage you to search those out. See what commitments He did give to us. Some of the commitments I've given to myself all through life, I've always had little goals, commitments, like reading. I've always tried to commit myself to reading, to reading something. Some days I can read quite a bit, and other days I can't read at all, but I'll try to commit to at least once a week trying to read something. Keeps my mind active. Keeps it somewhat sharp as it can be, sharp as a marshmallow at least. Keeps my noodle cranking. I have commitments to prayer. Try to pray a few times a day. I'm committed to that. Heartfelt, though, if I'm doing it as just to do it, doesn't work that good, but I'd try to commit to taking my time, making meaningful prayers. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. Of course, at work, if you don't work, you don't eat. But on top of that, I've always tried to learn more at work, no matter what I was doing, whether it was music or plumbing or welding or investing, whatever. Just constantly learning. I always have teachers around me. And then there's commitments other people make to me. And I learned years ago, people have good intentions. They would love to commit. Sometimes they can't hold them. And I've tried to not get bent out of shape when people can't hold their commitment to me. I need to learn to live in life without depending on somebody else. So therefore, I think that's why I'm kind of self-disciplined and hard on myself to keep my commitments. Because the Lord and myself are the only people you can really count on. Sometimes there are some good friends around you to help you out through life. Occasionally, there are times I have to break a commitment to somebody. Something come up and I can't do it, and I will absolutely get a hold of them as quickly as I can, explain the situation, and try to make it up to them somehow. Feel bad when I do. But so that taught me to be careful on what I commit to other people. You know, like the Bible says, let your yes be yes and your no be no. And don't make promises that you can't keep. That's a hard one to learn. So be careful on what you commit to somebody. You know, and our commitments sometimes tend to renew, like long-term relationships. If I commit something to somebody today, a year from now, do I still hold the same commitment? After we've had our arguments, after we've had, our times of not getting along, times of annoying each other, well, there's a follow-up commitment. Do I still choose to commit what I committed in the first place to them? That builds character also. It's a tough one. Anywho, there's not too much to this. Commitments are simple. You either keep them or you don't. And they do build character. And they do build self-esteem. And they do teach you about yourself. I learned my strengths and I learned my weaknesses with commitments. Anyway, may we ponder that and contemplate it and have a good night. Lord bless.